Hello and welcome to Yadnya Investment Academy. Today we are going to do a mutual fund review. Let me first explain the methodology of the review. We will list and review the fund on various parameters and rate each parameter by green, yellow or red star. Green star means good performance, yellow means average and red means below average performance. In the end, based on total number of green, yellow and red star, you can take a call to buy this fund or not. Please remember, all the fund parameters we are going to discuss here are based on 14th June 2018 data as reference. We only review regular and growth plans of mutual funds. In this video, we are going to review fund name Franklin India Bluechip Fund, which is a large cap fund launched in 1993 and clearly is one of the oldest equity fund. Let's review the fund in detail now. First, the fund belongs to Franklin Templeton Mutual Fund family, which is currently India's 8th biggest fund house in terms of asset under management out of more than 40 fund houses and was established in 1996. So for being a very large and experienced fund house, we give a green star here. Bluechip Fund was launched in December 1993 and is the oldest private fund houses equity fund started by Kothari Pioneer, which then became Pioneer ITI and was acquired finally by Franklin in 2002. This fund is active for almost 25 years. So let's give a green star here for being a very experienced fund which has seen all major market ups and downs. Fund is categorized in large cap category as it invests majorly in large cap stocks. Large cap stocks are the stocks of top 100 companies by market cap listed on Indian stock exchanges. Now moving to next, this fund has a large asset under management of more than 8,000 crore rupees and is the 6th biggest actively managed large cap fund. This high asset under management shows investors' trust in the fund and its performance and its stability. So deserves a green star here too. Now let's talk about the returns. We will first talk about the trailing returns from 14th June date and then talk about calendar returns. In trailing returns, we can see in short and medium term, fund was beaten by both its benchmark index, that is BSE 100 TRI, as well as large cap category average in 1, 3 and 5 year. In very long term, that is in 10-year, fund has given good performance compared to index and category average. So clearly a mixed returns, below average in short and medium term and good performance in long term. Now looking at calendarized returns of last 10 years, which means returns from 1st Jan to 31st December of a calendar year, we see that 2012, 2013 and recently in 2017 are all bad performing year for the fund, where it was beaten by both benchmark and category average. The fund has performed very well in 2009, 10, 2015 and 2016, where it gave returns much above benchmark and category average. Even during bad markets, that is bear markets of 2008 and 2011, fund has managed fall much better than others. Overall, the fund has given near average or above average returns and has beaten both benchmark and category average 5 times out of 10. So looking at good long-term trailing returns, average medium-term returns and overall near average calendarized returns, very good performance during all bear markets, we give this parameter 1 yellow and 1 green star. Next important parameter is fund manager. Bluechip Fund is blessed to be managed by a stalwart like Anand Radhakrishnan since last 10 years. Anand is a BTech and MBA from IIM Ahmedabad and is also a CFA. Anand is the equity CIO of Franklin Templeton India Fund House and is working here since 2004. Anand also manages 3 other equity related funds: Franklin India Equity Fund, Build India Fund and recently added Focused Equity Fund. Here are the details about all 3. Anand is also supported by another fund manager, Roshi Jain, who joined this fund in 2016 only. She is an old timer in Franklin though and had joined them in 2005. She is also a IIM Ahmedabad MBA grad and a CFA and is also part of Anand's fund management team in Build India Fund and Focused Equity Fund. Anand's style of fund management is little different than others. He has a conservative style of investing, which may not give you extraordinary returns during bull markets, but will reduce your losses significantly during bear markets. Given the Anand's overall good performance in all the funds he manages and his stability with the fund house, this parameter surely deserves a green star. Next parameter is top stock holding of the fund and understanding the fund's diversification. So as on 14th June, fund has 42 stocks in portfolio with top 5 contributing to around 30%. Current cash allocation is close to 3% only. Except high allocation to SDFC Bank, overall fund has a very good diversification in portfolio, but weightage of top 5 companies is higher than our benchmark of 25%, and hence we give this parameter a yellow star. Next parameter is sector diversification. Fund's top 3 sectors has weightage of 50%, which is not bad, and is little overweight on financial sector, but actually it is below average. So for this good diversification, we give this parameter a green star. Next are expenses. Expense ratio of the fund is 2.24%, which is higher than average expense ratio of large cap category, which is around 2.2%. Exit load of the fund is 1% if investments are redeemed in first 365 days, which is what most equity funds do. So overall we give this parameter a red star for high expense ratio, especially with such an high asset under management they have. Now those who like numbers, let's discuss few important ratios too. Standard deviation, a measure of volatility and risk, is lower than benchmark and category average, which means it takes lower risk than them. Beta 2 is a measure of risk and is also lower than the category. Alpha, which measures the risk adjusted returns. So minus 2 alpha here means it could perform 2% lower than the benchmark. So even though fund is taking lower risk than category, negative alpha is unacceptable. Even category average has negative alpha, and this negative alpha has come due to change in benchmark and moving to TRI index. To know more about the TRI index, you can check our video on this topic. Last is P ratio of the portfolio, which is 22.1 and is equivalent to benchmark's P, which is around 22.7. Lower risk is good, but negative alpha is not acceptable, and hence we give this parameter a red star. Few other important info to note about the fund is that it is a large cap fund with almost 92% in large caps, and this table here shows how rupees 10,000 SIP would have performed in various time frames and prove a very good performance and returns this fund has given continuously, especially in long term. So if we calculate, we got total 6 green stars, 2 yellow stars and 2 red stars with high expense ratio than similar sized peers and low alpha being the main cause of concern. To summarize, Franklin India Bluechip Fund is one of the oldest fund in the category and is a pure large cap fund. It is a popular fund with more than 8,000 crore asset under management. Fund sticks to more than 90% allocation to large caps at all times, which helps the fund to be less risky than others. Overall fund has a near average performance but has exceptional performance during bear phases. Fund has consistently performed better than the market during bear phase and makes for average performance during bull phases. Fund is managed by a seasoned fund manager combined with a solid investment process of the fund house. One thing we don't like about the fund is the high expense ratio of the fund, especially with the large asset under management they have. It is a fund which can save you from down markets but may not be able to give you big category beating returns during bull markets, and hence suitable for relatively conservative investors. That is all we have on this topic. Before we close, we want to inform you about our new financial planning portal where you can create your financial plan for free. Check for details in the video's description. If you have any question on this topic, please do write in the comment section below, and do not forget to subscribe to our channel for more such videos. Have a great time ahead. Jai Hind.